Day 1 of this strange challenge, no edit November. Everything has to be in one take. Let's do this. But what is this video going to be about? A reaction. 'Cause I am a Pokemon nut job. I like Pokemon. I am a nut job to the point of which I even created my own Fakemon. But I am terrible at drawing, but I'll do my best into learning how to be a better drawer. And I will show you all my creations in a newer video. But as for right now, because I do not have all of them ready, we're going to be reacting to someone else's Fakemon. In this one, let's just do the creating starter Pokemon. We got one Pokemon. There you go. We'll do this one.
Hey guys, Ron here, and we've made all sorts of Pokemon for my region, Ason, like starters, legendaries, pseudo-legendaries, and tons more. And we're going to continue and finish making Pokemon that are part of important groups. Recently I made some fossil Pokemon, early route bugs, and now it's time to finally make the two most common Pokemon found on Route 1. Almost every region has a regional flying type and a regional normal type, so I hope my iteration can stand next to these iconic groups of Mons. So we have multiple options for a bird Pokemon in our Middle Eastern inspired region. The Egyptian Plover was actually the #1 choice, but we already have one that I made a few years ago, and I'm gonna rework Plover into a Pokemon for later use. But
I have a Pokemon fan? Plover? But what's my name? Oh, he made a Pokemon. That's my fan. Oh, I'm glad to hear the Pokemon is a fan of me.
I'm gonna get inspired by another highly anticipated bird Pokemon.
Wait.
Let's go back. Hold
on. We got ourselves a thumbnail.
But I'm gonna get inspired by another highly anticipated bird Pokemon, and that is the Kingfisher.
Ooh,
They're
Kingfisher.
super colorful
Nice
and have
choice
these
in
long
animals.
beaks that allow them to fit.
Real quick though, the #1 reason of why I'm into Pokemon is because my love for animals. And I know my animals. Kingfisher,
So
nice
the
choice.
pre-evolved form will be based on the common Kingfisher, while the evolved forms will be based on the belted Kingfisher. Now since they're going to end up being water flying types, I thought I'd attach a theme to them.
Very nice
and no
choice.
theme fits better than pirates. How about the pre-evolved form will be in
See, I know where you're going with the pirate theme. Literally one of my creations of a Fakemon is actually pirate themed, which I'm not going to share with you until another video, until the few that I'm creating are done, because I still got like 1 or 2 more to do before I show you all my creations. Anyway.
Experienced sailor with a bandana, the evolved form will be a lower ranking pirate, and the fully evolved form will be a captain. It'll have a pirate hat and it'll still look natural since some kingfishers have this hat-like plumage on their heads. Let's go! It's literally just a bird. 2 head feathers that make it look like it's wearing a bandana, relatively long beak that we will make longer as we progress. I gave it this pose so we can see the different colored plumage under its wing, but I only later realized that it coincidentally ended up in Pidov's pose, and even has the 2 feathers like the Asonian Pidov I
was
made.
about to say, that looks like another Pokemon's pose. I wish my Pokemon knowledge was good as my animal knowledge.
So, hey, they both live in the same roots, so
Maybe that's what that bird Pokemon should sound like.
I'm sure it's beneficial to have similar elements. There are so many birds that share habitats with other species that look very similar, so it's fine. I'm giving it Kingfisher patterns, a belt-like pattern that looks like a traditional pirate belt, making the head bigger so it's clear that it's an unevolved Pokemon, and changing the proportions so it matches the head, coloring it in this magnificent bright-colored Kingfisher color scheme, but I will change the belt color and head proportions off-screen. Introducing Lubbird from Landlubber, an inexperienced sailor, and Bird. It is pure
Great pun. Great pun.
flying type. These Pokemon are found all throughout the Asonian coast. They love being near the water, but rarely touch it. While inexperienced swimmers, they are skilled at flight from a relatively young age. They instinctively find high perches, and with their keen eyes, spot their water-dwelling prey from afar, and swoop down in an instant to catch their meal with their long beaks, barely touching the water for more than a second. The closer they are to evolution, the more confident they will become in gradually growing accustomed to the water, as it is their dream to fly over the open ocean. They are hardworking, yet
Aye, flying over the open ocean. Perfect for a pirate. Because you may think that a pirate's favorite letter would be R, but it'd actually be the Z. Eh? Yeah, I know that was bad.
Fun-loving,
Just an excuse for a pirate pun or joke.
patient yet ambitious. They desire a grand life, but need a trainer they can trust to pull them out of their monotony and expose them to adventure. Here's their shiny. I hope you can become attached to this traditional early root
Is that the shiny? It doesn't look too different from the other one. Okay, yeah.
and life,
Oh,
but
I
need a
see.
trainer they can
It switched so quickly, I thought it was no different
trust
from
to
the
pull them
original,
out
but
of
it
their
just swapped
monotony
those
and
colors
expose
made
them
it
to
blue, red.
adventure.
Okay.
Here's their shiny.
There you
I
go.
hope you can become attached to this traditional early root bird Pokemon. I'm a big fan of this line's theme and color scheme. Now we're making the unevolved form, giving it the proportions of other middle stage flying types, sassy pose, longer beak, and cooler eyes.
Kinda looks like a
I gave it
seagull,
what looks
not
like a
gonna
cross
lie.
between a bandana and a pirate's hat, almost like an under
Hold on. I just thought of something. It looks like a seagull. And hold on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks like Swallow and a seagull had a child. Oh crap, I didn't even get to... Hold on. YouTube, no edit November. Everything has to be one take. LOL.
I accept that.
Yeah, I was gonna play that. Oh crap, that was the wrong movie anyway. I was gonna play one of Bill Nye just saying, challenge accepted. I don't remember what that was from, but I was gonna play that for this. Anywho.
underdeveloped
But yeah,
pirates.
a seagull and Swallow. Please don't get offended. I just thought that's what it looked like. Because it has a little bit of a seagull posture, and then it's got like the face and the tail of that of Swallow.
Hat was growing on his head, and then some feather dreads, but that'll go away in the final design.
Dreads.
I'm giving it marks
Nice.
that mimic that of a belted kingfisher, which actually looks like a vest that pirates would wear in media. The belt design on Lubberd becomes a long button design on his stomach. Notice how I gave it webbed feet, unlike an actual kingfisher, to indicate that it now spends a lot of time in the water. Wing patterns that mimic the cuffs of a pirate. Then I colored it in with the colors of a belted kingfisher, which also accentuated the clothes-like patterns. Off screen, I gave it extra skin.
See, if I had his drawing skills, even on PC, because my drawing skills on paper are worse. Wait. Wouldn't be the drawing on the PC be worse than drawing on paper? I forgot, but if I had his drawing skills, I'd probably be drawing my Fakemon a lot more. But I hired a few people to redraw them because they look terrible.
Above the leg to look like the top of a pirate's boot. Here
I'm
is
a tall boy.
Matine, from mate and matey, part of a ship's crew, and teenager, a water and flying type. By learning how to swim
Not a bad name because it fits perfectly. Hold on, what did he say again? He said something about like the mate of like a ship, like a crewmate, but like something with a teenager. I'm guessing.
like to look like the top of a pirate's boot. Here is Matine, from mate and matey, part of a ship's crew, and
Mate and
teenager, a water and flying type.
Teenager.
By learning how to swim, this Pokemon was rewarded with unlimited travel. It can fly over large bodies of water and swim with ease. It's extremely confident in its abilities and offers to be the right-hand man of larger bird
Yeah, I heard him say that it made it look like boots, but it actually kind of looks more like a start of a peg leg design, but then switch. But it's a boot. Yeah, I get it. But imagine if he did do a peg leg, like one with a boot and then a peg leg. That would have been funny.
Pokemon such as its evolved form. A crew of Matine can plunder an entire island and attack an entire school of Magikarp. As a team, they're even known to
You know, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just show you this first one. Cause okay, I did not see. This is the first time I'm seeing this video. Actually, I promise you. But like, it reminds me so much of one of my my Fakemon. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a show of it. Barnacle and Mollusk. Let's just say if True Green is fine with this, maybe Barnacle and Matine have a feud with each other, because these guys love to plunder too. Just my love for pirates and animals. Barnacle, and Mollusk. Yeah. Yeah, they're... Okay. And yeah, these are like cannons, by the way. Like pistols and cannons. I'll go more in depth of what they're about when time comes.
To take on School Form Wishy-Washy and Gyarados. They will divide their spoils according to rank. It is believed that these Pokemon are actually quite skilled at mathematics and first aid as well, since they can...
See, there you go. The first time I've heard a pirate that is good at math. I'd like to have him on my crew, please, because I am terrible at math. Gonna be honest with ya. Terrible at math. I mean, I know my basics for multiplying and division, subtraction and addition. So yeah, I know the basic math, but like I'm terrible at math otherwise.
Perform division and tend to the wounds of their comrades. Here's their shiny. I find this to be a very appealing middle stage. I love how...
I don't know why, but real quick, the creature using math for hunting and stuff just reminded me of that one fish that uses like angles. He uses angles and stuff to launch himself out of the water to grab birds out of the air. Very interesting. I forgot what it was called.
I was closely inspired by the belted kingfisher.
But yeah, there's like a fish that does that. It will use math and launch itself out of the water at the right angle to catch birds.
Making it look different than its Prevo, but still the same type of bird. Final Evo time. It's a big bird. A long beak and hat kind of makes it
He did go with the peg leg.
similar to
I want to see how this
so
turns
we'll try
out.
our best to differentiate it from one throughout the process. The chest feathers don't help though.
Oh.
I'm having a ton of trouble making the hat look natural, so I gave up for now and focused on the
Thought
body.
he was gonna
I
continue
made the
with
chest
peg
feathers
leg.
look like the ruffles on a Renaissance shirt. A pirate coat
It looked great if you kept that one leg as a peg leg. It was great.
pattern with two tail feathers.
I know it's more of the what we think pirates are, but come on.
Feathers that look like
Would've been
coattails,
a bird with a
finalizing
peg.
the body before
Have
trying
you
my
ever seen a Pokemon bird with peg leg? No. We need more of those.
hand at the hat again. The hat looks more natural, but
Once again, I was thinking of a whole nother Pokemon when I saw that head. Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's Swallow again. Hold on. There you go. I get Haunch Crow vibes from this guy. You know what I mean? Maybe.
I will change some details later on and off screen, finishing up the wings and simply copy and pasting it on the other side. You gotta do what you gotta do. Changing up the tail before moving on to the color. I know the navy doesn't help it look different from Honchcrow, but it has to be dark blue.
He knows what I mean.
It just has to. Hopefully the white and brown makes it less similar. Even the beak is black, while Honchcrow's beak is yellow. I think I finally realized that adding these...
Now that I think about it. Yeah, it's more like a Corviknight and Honchcrow combination right there. If you get what I'm going at, but a Kingfisher.
These patterns at the end of the feathers gives it some identity, makes it fancy. Behold, Cap Torrent from Captain and Torrent, a water flying type.
Like a
It
tyrant.
commands a crew of
Torrent.
loyal Mateen and is the mastermind of their schemes. It leads by example and partakes in the toughest of fights as its crew plunders. It's able to release powerful jets of salty water at alarming speeds. Their water-based moves sting more than...
I was gonna say something about the design. There's something a little off, but I can't judge because my drawing is so much worse. Moving on.
those of other Pokemon. It's always armed and accurate. It stays high in the air as it shoots a barrage of powerful blasts. Cap Torrent is brave, but can often lose sight of its priorities. While it desires treasure, it only goes after those who are more fortunate than it. It does not have the time nor the will to steal from the weak. They're master navigators, and most have been to many corners of the world. Here's their shiny. It has the abilities Big Pecs and Tangled Feet.
To be honest, the shiny looks a lot better for an original than the shiny, because it kind of looks like an actual pirate outfit now, like with the brown leather. Or is that just my thoughts?
Hidden ability Quick Draw. I really hope that you can look past its similarities to Honchcrow. There really wasn't anything I can do about that since the concept called for a blue bird with a hat and crew of pre-evolved Pokemon. but birds look similar to other birds, and a ton have fancy plumage on their heads. I personally love when Pokemon look like other Pokemon, since in the real world, animals look similar to other animals, and I'm simply proud that the concept of pirate birds translates well, and that I was able to successfully make a kingfisher bird without making it a fisherman, and that I can make a pirate bird without making it the obvious parrot.
Yeah, I was wondering why.
Now let's make the second line, but before we begin, I do want to remind you guys that
not right now. Oh, he only does 2 Pokemon? Okay.
consider becoming a patron or YouTube member
Maybe.
if you want to make this series as good as it can be.
Maybe.
Now it's time for the normal type Pokemon that can be found on
Normal
Route
type.
1. Once again, we have options. Now, the Jerboa is very cute, but I already have an idea for a separate Jerboa Pokemon that isn't a normal type. Porcupine is next, but I want to make that a more powerful normal type, not something found on Route 1. So the final option we have is the Mole Rat. How about I make a cute little naked Mole Rat Pokemon
Mole Rat! Nice idea!
that is pure normal and evolves into a normal ground type based on the African Mole Rat. It's brown now, so that equals ground type, you know? I want to give it some human-related theme, like how Watchog has this safety vest-like design on it. So I'm going to combine the Mole Rat with a miner. I mean, most Route 1 normal types are simply the animal they're based on without any extreme feature.
That's a very interesting thought.
It's literally just a big head, body, and limbs. I mean, aren't we all?
I just remembered of the other Pokemon I was gonna do. Or Fakemon.
Tiny eyes like a mole rat, but not too tiny, so you can still fall
He's so cute.
I'm gonna like this one already.
in love with those peepers. Big teeth, just slightly bigger than a Rattatas.
He's so
The
cute.
shape of the head was tough
Forget Pikachu. Pikachu, to be honest, Pikachu was never that cute. Like, he's supposed to be cute, but like, I don't find him that cute. This thing is cuter.
to decide. Right now it's more pill-shaped, but in the final design, more of a circle, really. Loose, naked skin, so wrinkles, but not too many as to complicate a simple design. I know
He looks like something I want to hold in my hand.
I want the whiskers to be special and not just plain old whiskers, so I settled with these funky looking ones that are made of earth. It has dirty feet from digging, and it's just pink and brown. Meet Erodent, a normal type.
He's so cute. I want to hold him in my hand.
This Pokemon lives underground in highly social societies.
Wait. Teeth?
Look at that smile. He's smiling. He's so cute.
They are constantly huddled together and very close with those they love. Not only can they not feel pain, but they're impervious to harsh environments. This makes Erodents very daring and indomitable. It is fearless. Erodent can be found anywhere.
They can't feel pain. Imagine being able to not feel pain.
In a zone. Their eyesight is poor, but their whiskers can sense their surroundings using magnetic waves. They dig large tunnels using their indestructible incisors. Here's its shiny. I never thought I would be able to make a naked mole rat Pokemon
It actually kind of looks like something you would find in the ocean. Yeah, definitely something you'd find in the ocean.
this cute, especially as a
Wait.
Route 1 Pokemon.
I just thought of something. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I saw the shiny version. The Mooncaps from Fantastic Beasts. That's why I liked Fantastic Beasts. It was just so good. Like, I liked the creatures. That's why I liked it. It's because the creatures were so fascinating. But yeah, giving me a tiny bit of Mooncalf vibes. But that's just me. Blech.
But I don't know why I doubted the power of naked mole rats. Erodent is very welcomed. Now I'm making its evolved form. This one was the toughest since I didn't have any idea what the structure would be. Originally, he was gonna be long, but that felt unnecessary. I decided to make it a bit shorter, but make its whiskers hardened like bone, and gave it a hard hat-like head design. Right now the concept is that
You just reminded me of an old Fakemon I created a long time ago. And it was still a good idea now that I think about it. Because I did a whole, like, before I even knew about Fakemon, that people were doing this, I created a whole bunch of them. Like, seriously, I had, like, 4 notebook pages full of them. And now I'm remembering some of the good ones. Some of them were bad, a lot of them were bad, and then some of them were really good. Like a lava mole. I need to redraw it, because I don't have the picture anymore. But it's a lava mole. It's, there's like Magmole and molten. Yeah, molten. Magmol and molten.
Its entire head is covered in
But they're
protective
lava and they're like fire related, so not ground. Maybe. Oh yeah, and molten was like obsidian. Maybe ground or rock.
earth, but it's not well executed. Mole rats are covered in sensory whiskers, so I put some on its head too. But they also
Come on, you know what I'm thinking. It looks very similar. Well, the head crest, at least. Not that. The head crest looks a little familiar. Okay.
also mimic the ridges on top of a hard hat. I decided to make a more consolidated version, but it still didn't click yet. There wasn't a good enough concept. I gave it some tire track patterns to imply that this thing is heavy machinery. It acts like a bulldozer, and that's the main reason there are so many hard edges and right angles on this Pokemon. It's like a machine. I gave it a glowing gem on its head to resemble the light on a mine.
Your face when you're required to eat asparagus. That face you make when you're required to eat asparagus. Yep, I know that kind of face.
Miner's helmet. This is how it sees in the dark, but here I finally decided to connect the teeth and whiskers. I gave one big overgrown bone that covered its
Oh my
jaw.
goodness, wait, it looks like a skull now, but hold on.
Light on a miner's helmet. This is how it sees in the dark, but here I finally decided to connect the teeth and whiskers.
Before...
This is how it
Hold
sees in the
on.
dark, but here I finally decided to connect the teeth and whiskers. I gave one big overgrown bone that covered its jaw, mandibles, and whiskers. Now it actually has a concept. Coloring it in, before realizing it would look more natural if I made the whole bone face a bit less extreme, by separating the head whiskers and head. The eyes imply blindness, but it's not literally blind, just has bad eyesight.
Very
Here is
great.
Ratdozer, a normal ground type. Ratdozer possesses a protective layer of bone on its
Ratdozer.
face. Not only is it impervious to pain, but now its entire face is indestructible. It creates vast underground societies using its tunneling abilities. The glow-in-the-dark gem.
Imagine if you lived in the Pokemon world, and Ratdozers were actually a part of the Pokemon world, and you go underground and then you see a giant civilization. Makes me want to know what they're cooking down there. Pick something up to eat, maybe. Have a nice conversation with someone. Well, mostly just moles.
Gem on its
Ratdozers.
forehead provides light in the darkest caves and can blind opponents if necessary. They are highly intelligent and each have different roles to fulfill in their colony. Some dig and expand their territory.
You know, I don't remember much of the ground types, but this seems to be one of those ground types that actually makes me interested by it because it's not, well, seeming like it's not intelligent. Like, but yeah, I guess a lot of the Pokemon are intelligent. It's just it's rare that I see a ground type that was flat out said that it was intelligent.
Some create specialized structures, some attack and defend, some take care of the young, and some forage for food and store them in special chambers. Their sensory whiskers gives them accurate measurements of their tunnels and acts as protection in case their tunnels cave in on them. Here's their shiny. They have the abilities Rockhead.
Ooh. You know that moment when you go into a dark cave with a whole bunch of crystals? That's that kind of moment. That's like... Maybe you should just make a new variant. Where it'd be that, you know, like, just like another form. Call it the crystal form or something. Maybe? Or is that just me?
And adaptability with the hidden ability Hustle. I hope you can forgive me for turning a rodent into a less cute animal, but did you really expect a mining mole rat to be beautiful? I hope you'd picture using one though, and can appreciate its themes. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to check out the
Already subscribed to a fellow Pokemon. Huh? Okay. So yeah, that was pretty great. The creations have come from a strong mind. So yeah. I like that. Maybe I should actually start from practicing drawing and get back into creating Pokemon again and actually share them. But now you know one of my creations that you'll be looking forward to seeing. Barnacle and Mollusk. Oh yeah, and Magmol and Moltan. Yep. Hey. Well, if you liked it, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you watch the Real True Green 7 video. It was pretty great. I really like it. Maybe I should do more of these because I really like his creations. People are just such creative minds when they don't limit themselves to a chair in the house with their phone. Anyway, yeah, I'll be working on. I'll get back into recreating Pokemon and sharing them with you guys. I'm almost done with my main ones, so I can share with you in another video. And as long as it is November, I will not be editing my videos due to the challenge of the YouTube. So these videos are going to be on YouTube rather quickly. See you next time on Poise Studios. Ah!